It's your boy, it's your boy. Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning. Top of the morning, y'all get on up in here. Get on up in here.
So no back dudes like damn, live up the sky, they weak. And ain't no denying it. Mix it, cook it up, then start supplying it. And it's almost not fair, cause when I record my verse, rappers, you right there.
Y'all tap on in, man.
In the streets like piranha, so
Tap on up in here. Tap on up in here. What it was like with OGBAMM growing up, man. Got moved top of the morning, homie. Got up early so I can get ready to go to work at 12, man. What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do? Feeling kind of good this morning, too, little comrade. How the girl and the kids, homie? Yeah. Gonna let some more people tap up in here, that move. Y'all get on up in here, man. Get on up in here, man. Don't run from it, run to it. Yeah, I'm gonna end up doing something with K9. JC up in the house. Hey, bro, my little cousin up in the house. What it do, what it do, what it do this morning, y'all? Hey, check it out, man. You know, I know people be kind of curious about how I grew up, right? Girl, summertime, man. Kids up early. I know that's right, man. I know that's right. I know when I was in school, boy, couldn't wait for summertime to come. Wake up in the morning, eat my bowl of cereal, Captain Crunch and Fruit Loops. I'm out in the streets, man. But check this out, man. Growing up for me, bam, I grew up in a hell of in a two-parent household. I consider us the Brady Bunch. My mother had 6 kids, man. 4 boys, 2 girls. I'm the second oldest. My big brother resting in peace. My little sister resting in peace. And my baby brother's just me, my little brother, my little sister. Both of them taller than me. I grew up going to church. Mother and father had good jobs. My father worked at Farmer John, man, for 45 years. Come from Dale Hollow, Louisiana. My mother was security supervisor at Security Pacific National Bank on Florence and Avalon, 25 years. After they closed the branch down, she ended up going to GH General Hospital. But I grew up, man, playing baseball. My father was my first little league baseball coach, man. I played at El Segundo Park, Harbor Park, Dinker Park, and Gonzales Park, right? And I was at El Segundo Park. We made it to the Little League World Series. I was a hell of a back catcher, man. But when I got to the 7th grade, all that changed. All that changed. I wanted to be a gang member. I was attracted to the Crips. I was attracted to becoming a Crip because my big cousins was 165 block, which is Nutty Block, Big Ollie and Lil Ollie. That's why I met Raymond at Mac Thomas, Salty, Big Ant, Sumo, Head Huncho, right? My big homie Greg Cross, Mac Wash, Pet Bull and them. 71, they started Front Brothers. My hood is called Compton Front Brothers. I was a front brother, man. I ran through a line at Willowbrook Junior High. Never forget, man, summertime, ran through the line. Graduated from elementary, ran through a line, joined Front Hood. First day of school at Willowbrook, man, shit, Bam arrived. My original name ain't OGBAMM, it's Lil Bam. Twins, for sure. They're my cousins, they bought. So, by the time I got to junior high, man, I was off and running with the gang shit, man. I was still playing baseball, but I just gave baseball up, man. I was more attracted to the streets. I was a little kid, man, that ran away from home and wasn't nothing wrong at the house. because I was attracted to the streets. I just wanted to hang in the streets, right? Uh, had some uncles, right? My cousin Daddy, my Uncle Ray, gave me my first switchblade when I was like 10 years old in Delhi, Louisiana, man. Uh, my Uncle JB, my Uncle James, my Uncle Larry, my Uncle Cleopas and them, man. My Uncle Bruce, my Uncle Russell on my daddy's side. Had some great uncles, right? Did they, and my father, was they cool with me gang banging? They didn't know I gang banged. They just knew I was a rebellious ass child, right? Little Joe up in the house, man. Tell Tiny Tim I sent mine, Little Joe. I was just attracted to be to the streets. I used to watch Elliot Ness every night on Channel 52, man. I don't know if people remember Channel 52 in LA. And I was attracted to Lucky Luciano, all them, right? And I remember my first gang encounter with a Pyro, man. I'll never forget. I was in the 8th grade. Me, Danny Manny from Corner Pocket, and my homie Doc Keith Foster lived on 131st. We was coming out the pocket one day, coming in back in front of it. And we seen two dudes talk to a girl on my street named Cherie. I said, "What's up, blood?" And they said, "Blood back." And we just got on them. They started running down the street. And one of them tried to run in my homie Ruffian mother house, right? Why you do that, man? Don't lock. It was a crowbar in the yard. I just grabbed the crowbar to jack. Just started beating dude ass, man. And right then, man, that shit excited me. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. It excited me. I got on dude. And at the same time, now while I'm 12 years old, gang banging, I'm going swimming at Enterprise Park, Campanella Park. But they don't know I'm a Crip. Now I ain't rolling up here to these parks with the kids on my street. Beverly Holmes, Kenny Holmes, Chucky Henshaw, Kenny Wynn, Ken Dog now. We going up there swimming. We ain't going up there gang banging. But I knew a lot of West Side Paru, so we went to elementary school together. And we played Pop Warner football. And they played baseball with us at without a doubt. 3 cats from the neighborhood went professional baseball. Donnie Jones. That's right, Brian Jones. That's what I'm talking about. But watch this. A lot of ball players come up out of El Segundo Park. Reggie Smith grew up in Carver Park. Michael Todd used to play for the Raiders there down the street from me. My cousin Eddie Murray played for the Baltimore Orioles. I played sports. I love the sports, man. I came in a sports family. My father played baseball as a kid in Louisiana. The only little black kid on the baseball team. And white folks hated my daddy because he was a hell of a baseball player, man. My great uncle was the dean of Southern University in the early 70s. Like Joker, what it do? I don't know Big Evil from Swans, but I heard a lot about him. But anyway, by the time I got to high school, man, Centennial, I never forget my first day at Centennial, 1975. I went up there in all sky blue khaki suits, blue croak sacks, H deuce with the Crip ball here. My Crip cane, my blue rag. I went to Centennial on it. But I was known for shooting dice. I was a hustler too, man. The front of it was known for hustling and staying sharp. I wore a lot of tailors in high school. I fired tees and I put a name up for myself. I remember one time I snatched a Paru dude, red rag out of his pocket up the Centennial and set it on fire. I used to do a lot of crazy shit, man. I was a little short dude. I had a little man complex. I'm gonna keep it 100, so I love to fight. I wouldn't let nobody thinking they can just bully me. And if I ever got into some shit where I needed some help, my homies was there. But I always called my cousins, man. I always called Big Ollie, Lil Ollie, Michael Trashman, Alvin Trashman, Fatso, Big Mac, and them. I always called them and they showed up. Because my cousins, my big cousins, man, always told me don't run from it. I got to run to it. If they ever heard I would have ran from a fight, they was going to get on it, right? Crew I ran with me, Baby, DK, BJ, June, Boss Man, Big Scrap, front and corner pocket was like one hood. They block boys in a real way. Front corner pocket back in the day when they first come out, Too Pretty Kenny them and Mac Washington, we was one neighborhood. If you fuck with corner pocket, you fuck with front hood. If you fuck with front hood, you fuck with the pocket. I was on when I got to Centennial, I built the name for myself, being a Crip dude. I was with the business. Solo, what it do this morning? I was with the business, and I was on the West Side Pyru's Most Wanted list. They wanted me, man. They wanted me. Me and Puddin', one of the founders, West Side Pyru's sister, was real cool. Me and Tony was real cool. Tony used to mess with my big homie Junkie Fred from Mona Port. She had a daughter by Junkie Fred. My big homie Ray Miller from the Pocket used to mess with Connie Washington. Aaron from the Pocket messed with Vicky Yale. So all them took me to lunch every day at Centennial. But they had a friend named Kay, and Kay used to always do this. Let's take his ass down Pyru Street like I was going to be afraid. I remember one time, man, I used to mess with this girl named Gail Washington living on the West Side, right? So I'm rolling in West Side, Junkie Fred going to Pyru Street. And we used to roll over there together. And we ended up walking down Pyru Street. And they in front of Cherry Courthouse, Puddin', Big L's, Tom Slick. And I had my blue rag in my pocket. It wasn't hanging. It was hanging about that much out of my back pocket. And they must have thought I was going to plunk out. And Cherry Court and Rap Court wouldn't let nothing happen to me. Puddin' them just wanted to see if I had that heart, right? Good homie, Junkie Fred, yeah, he a hell of a homie, man. I might end up seeing him probably in another couple of weeks. He always tap in with me. But I was really with the business, and what people don't seem to get was Raymond and my big cousin them wasn't impressed with me becoming a Crip. They really was against me gang banging. They didn't, my cousin, Lil Ali, I looked up to him. I still look up to him today. That's my idol. My father was my hero. Because I had a hell of a father. He took care of his wife. He took care of his kids. He put us in a 4-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? 2-car garage. House was beautiful and all that, right? My family wasn't like that. The men in my family, my uncles and grandfathers, was responsible black men. I just didn't like the lifestyle that they had. I wanted to be attracted. I was a gangster. I wanted to be a gangster, man. I couldn't see myself wanting to go to work every motherfucking day working for somebody for a paycheck. I wanted to be in these streets. And as I got older, going through juvenile hall, YAs, finally making it to prison, my philosophy of life, my concept, everything changed. I didn't want to be a part of. I understood that what I was doing wasn't cool. And I came to the stiff conclusion that I wasn't a product of my environment, that my environment was a product of me. Because as a kid growing up, Ronald Oliver, rested in peace, my little cousins, I realized as a kid, when I grew up, man, it was good. We played flag football, we played football in the streets, we played basketball at the park. I never in my life experienced a drive-by shooting, although they have them each and every day out here. My parents, man, my mother, oh man, my cousin here, Jake. My mother cooked Sunday dinners every Sunday for the family, not just for my family. Listen to me. Brothers used to pop up at my mama's house, man. Never got to hang with the twins, man. Hey, watch this. I show what you would, hey, bro. One of them still living, and one day we need to roll over there because they into the low riding too, Compton finest. Every Sunday, man, my mom used to cook Sunday dinners, man. And my uncle wouldn't have it. Hey, watch this, man. Every Sunday, my mother cooked Sunday dinners. My family would show up from the east, from the west to the south. Everybody would show up. And a lot of foreigners would come get their food, man. And my mother, especially my homie Burton Bowhead, you know, Big Bay Rob, them, used to love coming to eating in my mom's house. We used to have some cool family functions. And I was missing them because I was in prison. So when I came home and I started seeing what I was missing, man, I started appreciating my freedom better. I started appreciating my freedom. I went to the pen the first time in '79 for robbery. I robbed Safeways. Got 13 years. I did almost 8 years on the 13. Came home, stayed out 45 days and caught a double murder. In 75 to life, down about 19 years, I went down on my appeal. Took automatic reversal and took a deal for 30 years. I did like 37 years altogether in prison. That ain't nothing to brag about. I'm not trying to glorify prison. Because I lost more in prison than I ever lost in my life. And I lost since I've been home. And I lost family members since I've been home. I don't do funerals. Do you kick it did you kick it on the streets with gangster? Hey, watch this, man. Me and Gangster used to miss each other on the streets. And when I came home this time, Gangster reached out to me, came to my homie Bodine's shop. You know, I was in my Jag. He pulled up to the shop, broke bread with me. Gangster used to look out for me in the pen. I kicked it with Turtle a lot on the streets. When I used to be in my addiction, Turtle used to pull up on me and break bread with me. I miss that jambalaya corn. This name, ball. I know that's right. But anyway, man, I remember when my little cousin, I came home and I seen him. He grown now. Last time I seen him was at a family reunion picnic. He gang banging. My uncle said, man, there's some niggas up in this park might try to get on your little cousin. Man, my little brother there. Me and him's there. They get on my little cousin, they got to get on us. I didn't want my cousin to be a gangbanger, but I can't tell my cousin how to live his life. Because people don't seem to get me. Gangbanging is a choice. I did not have to gangbang. Gangbanging, people didn't start gangbanging because they came from broken homes. Because I had a whole lot of homies that mothers didn't have a man at the house and wasn't that no man running in and out their house. But the man in their mother's life, they uncles, their mother's brothers, and their big cousins was mentors in their life. Because my father was a mentor in my auntie Brunetta kids' life. My cousin Simo Money and No Niece in them life. When he did with his sons, he did with them. I didn't want my cousins banging, man, but Tupac said best. This thug shit is generic, man. It's in our blood. And I knew my cousins, I didn't want them banging, but I knew they wasn't punks. You understand what I'm saying? Banging is his choice, but also an addiction. And it's, say it again, man. It's so much of an addiction. That's why we got these old niggas right today still trying to be what they shouldn't want to be. You understand what I'm saying? I come home, man, and I asked my cousin, hey, boss, he said, man, I know about you and Hitch. But today I'm proud of my little cousin. Yeah, he's a responsible father. And he didn't get that from gang banging. He got that from his household, from how he was raised. See, I'm one of them dudes, man. I told my big cousin, Big Ali Lally, one day. I started crying when I told him this. I said, man, I don't never want y'all to ever think the advice y'all gave me when I was little, that it went in one ear and came out the other. Whether you believe it or not, I did not know how to apply the advice that they was giving me as a child then, but now I'm applying some of that advice in my life, right? I've changed my life tremendously, man. Those that know me can confirm this, right? I was a dude, man, that'd get out of jail and go right back to jail. Black and Jack, what it do? I'll go right back to jail. I thought going to jail was cool. I honestly thought going to jail was cool. I remember when I was on my way to the pen the first time. I was on 165th at Big Mac House. It was me, Big Mac, Raymond Watson, my big homie Pitbull. And I was out on bail, right? And, Raymond asked me, he said, man, you scared of going to the pen? I said, yeah, I'm scared, man. Because I had shot a dude. His big brother was in the pen. His big brother was a killer, right? He said, man, you ain't no need of being afraid. Just go in there and be yourself. I landed in DBI, Tracy. Tracy was gladiator school, man. I got to Tracy and I thought all I seen was Damus at that joint. And my childhood friend, Damu Rooster from the east side, was running the BLs, bloodlines. My first key suit came from a Damu chicken village. Because I was born on the east side, on the bottoms. I got a lot of love for the bottoms, man. The 50s down there, man. I'm Xavier's baby. My godfather was Charlie Xavier's. Xavier's was a strong 51st in that sky. Anyway, I got to prison, man. And there wasn't a lot of Crips there. A lot of dudes did not like Crips coming. Uh, a big homie Haron was there. He was in the whole K-Wing. And I never forget, man, I was going to the shower one night, take my clothes off and get in the shower. About 4 or 5 BGFs come to the shower, like, where you from? I'm like, man, I'm kind of Crip, right? Shaking in my boots, but I had to let them know where I was from. And my neighbor name was LaBelle McDowell. He was a BGF dude. Me and him used to play chess a lot. He said, man, you straight, man. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. And Damoos, don't get me wrong, man. I seen Crip dudes come up to Tracy that I seen in the county jail. Blue rag wasn't in their pocket no more. The Bible was. I seen Bloods at Tracy that was in the county jail wasn't gang banging. But when they came to prison, they Damoos. Those are the dudes I looked it down on. I got caught up my first race ride. Was a white boy got robbed. See, white boys in LA County jail just get the shit beat out of them by Crips and blacks. White boy got robbed in LA County jail by the homie Tim from Harlem. He seen Tim when he got to Tracy. And he was trying to holler at Tim. Tim brushing him off. White boy stabbed Tim. We told Tracy up. We had white boys jumping off the motherfucking tier, man. We told that motherfucker up. That's how I ended up leaving Tracy going to Old Folsom. I got the Old Folsom, man. They cleared one tier off for all the Crips that came from Tracy. Me and Tim went to the shoot. When we got there the next day, for to take us to the hole, we looking on the yard because they running mainline yard. I thought I was in Crip heaven. I seen so many motherfucking blue rags, man. But it was so many Crips that it was embarrassing. Because it was war. The BGFs was at war. Let me rephrase that. Blacks was at war with the enemy. But their targets was BGFs and Vanguards. Vanguards had moved all the Vanguards off the yard when I got to Folsom. They had them in one building on the 4th tier. Yak. 430 UT now. And Cuse, I rode with Cuse to Old Folsom. I was sitting next to Cuse, and Cuse was already lacing me about how Old Folsom was, that Old Folsom wasn't no level 3, it was a 4. So we get there, man. I'm CCO, Consolidated Crip Organization. A lot of Crips didn't want CCO to arrive. CCOs had already got there. About a week or two before I got there, St. Quentin came. And they came from St. Quentin to go to the main line in Folsom. But Keyways dropped kites, but they wouldn't come to the main line because they know we finna come with this race shit. It was Keyways and Damoos was the line that Emmy, the bust on brothers that they didn't know who wasn't no blood and Crip. CCOs wasn't about that. We came to Old Folsom with the business. We came busting on motherfuckers. We gave motherfuckers what they wanted. If the Emmy wanted, whatever they presented, we presented. I ain't saying we had a whole lot of L's, and I ain't saying they had a whole lot of L's. It's evenly balanced. What's good, man? Keep doing your shit, bro. Thank you, Dion. Listen to me. We sat there in Old Folsom, man. I did like 19 months in the shoot. Hey, Alicia, I get out, catch another case. I end up going back down to Tracy. Sumo, Bigger Scorpion. I'm Little Scorpion, Bigger Scorpion from the 60s. They gave me the line in Tracy. I get to Tracy. That's when I met Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy was in Old Folsom with me too. That's when I met Pretty Boy, Lala. And Lala was in Old Folsom. All of them got there. We was on orientation together. And I wasn't fucking with everybody. I'm coming to get the line straight. I got dudes' names in the hat they're supposed to get, got issues coming. But when Sumo and them gave me the keys to the yard, I ran the yard the way I seen fit. I said, whoever got stabbed in Old Folsom ain't gonna get stabbed down here. You already got your issue. But it was a lot of backdoor politicking. It was a lot of dudes that was against CCOs. It was dudes that turned Blue Note because they didn't like CCOs. Blue Notes tried to bust on me and Tracy. Right? I never forget, man. Lala got at me one day. He said, yeah, man, we know if a Scarby Sumo or Ants on a kite down here, Tell you to move, you're gonna move on somebody. Or Big Hair Round, which was real, right? Big Ant arrived in Tracy, man, and Big Ant arrival spooked everybody. Big Ant sent me a kite, I go see him on orientation. Big Ant never was gonna make it on the line because these dudes had already dropped the kite on him. He was so much of a threat to dudes that they moved. Big Ant Sally snuck out the cell one day, come see me to bring me some weed from New York. He's looking for me, I'm looking for him. Next thing I know, somebody getting stabbed in the bleachers. And Sally. Next thing I know, somebody said, bam! When they say bam, I turn straight into a knife. Dude wasn't successful. Me and dude get the squad, and he drops the knife. But they knew I played with knives, so now I got to use the art of war tactics. I walked to the middle of the yard and I faked like I dug a knife up out the dirt. So now, Big Speedy get at me. He had the little keys, he had a little ring. He said, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. They call your recall, I get cuffed up. That's how people would quickly attell. End up going to Quentin. I get to Quentin, Big Bobo from Raymond there. CCOs wasn't deep no more up there. But I got to go to the Crip yard. CCOs and Blue Notes went to the same yard. Big Bobo Al rang, so man, ain't nothing gonna happen to you in the yard. Come to the yard, but you got to exercise. I'm gonna be a part of the machine regardless of them being Blue Notes on CCO. I never liked it going at another keyway. And once I hit Old Folsom, I never, Big James White, what it do? Fun times. Hey man, you ain't lying. Tracy was fun, James. You ain't lying. It separated the men from the boys. I never, once I hit a level 4 yard, man, I was no longer comfortable with going at a brother. I didn't give a fuck what that brother represented. I wasn't comfortable with it. I wasn't comfortable with it at all. I became black conscious in the level 4. A level 4 made me see things totally different, that who I thought was my enemy was a person I'm gonna need to watch my back. And I figured it out that what no Damus, BGLs, Vanguards, but none of them my enemy. CCOs wasn't disbanded. We stepped back. We disbanded ourselves. Did nobody disbanded us. I stepped back from CCO because my big homie Havron sent a kite and said, step back. And Big Havron was like one of him, Big Rick from the 60s, some of the most respectable Crips that everybody liked it in prison and respected. Problem solvers without violence. And open up New Folsom. We get the New Folsom B-Yard. B-Yard was crazy, man. Crazy. You hear a lot of stories about dudes telling you this and telling you that. Well, I'm here to tell you, man, B-Yard was cracking. When I got the New Folsom B-Yard B facility, it's off the chain. If you ain't know how to play with that key suit, you might get stabbed. And a lot of dudes wasn't with key suit play. A lot of brothers come to prison and rather want to fight each other and fight a different persuasion. That's the fucked up part about going to prison. But the ones who become black conscious, this prison, man, whether you want to believe it or not, you can beat the system by turning your prison term into a college term. You don't have to go enroll in Coastline College. I received an AA going to Coastline College. My mother paid for me to go to Coastline College. By that, I mean, we started reading. When we was in the hole, man, we didn't just have a machine. We had political science on the yard. We did black history. We did a lot of reading. We had to do book reports. I learned how to speak Swahili. I don't speak it as much as I used to. I used to write Reese Cup, my homie Lebo. We used to correspond with nothing but Swahili in our letters. Some of the dudes that was mentors to me in the pen was Cutes, Big Haron, Pretty Tony from Hoover, TS, Tabari, Sumo, Russell Capers, James Miller, and these is dudes my big homie Marcellus did. You know, I was an image of them. They enemies that became my enemies. You understand what I'm saying? And I just wanted to stay down for my blackness, man. Once I became black conscious, a lot of Damus and BGFs had a lot of respect for me. Because I was known in the pen for playing with knives. I was known for handling my business. Uh, I wasn't like what you hear Dubs say. I had rank, but I wasn't one of them dudes pressing. Did blacks do removals in prison? Yes, we did. Do we check paperwork? And man, check this out. We don't have to check paperwork, although we do. If it's a jacket put on somebody, blacks gonna check that paperwork. If it's black pedophiles on the yard, they gonna PC up before we get to them. Because they know if we know they crime, we gonna get them. We press those that's supposed to be pressed. Some of us was predators. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Gang members are predators in prison, especially when the numbers is in their favor. When they deeper than most people, that's how you get crip on crip melees, blood on blood melees in prison, because one neighborhood is deeper than the next, so they want to become the predator. But when it came to that race shit, a lot of them was scared. Like when I went down on my appeal, the Crips and the Southerners is at it. I got whacked on, cuffed up, because non-affiliates and Bloods some of them didn't want to help Crips. Was I angry at Damus for that? No, I was angry at the individuals. And if I would have ever ran across the individuals that walked out their cage when they got on us, I'd have did something to them. It takes a coward to want to stab a man when he cuffed up. I remember one time, man, we going to court when I was on my appeal. And the Mexicans couldn't come out the cuffs, and we did. I walked up to one of them and did this. We ain't gonna rush y'all, man. I don't want to steal you like that. I want you to be able to defend yourself when I come to you. You feel me? But we robbed the whole motherfucking county jail bus. The next time we went to court, everybody ended up coming off they cuffs on that bus. You think I'm lying? People can confirm this. Wasn't no court that day. That bus arrived at county court. It was a bloodbath on that motherfucker. They shut court down for that day because we tore that motherfucker up, man. It was a lot of Damus, and they stopped the Crip modules and the blood modules. The last modules was on the 3,000 floor because when I went on my appeal, I was in the Crip module. But we can go to the mainline tanks in Compton Court. A lot of Bloods wouldn't come in the mainline tank, but it was some that did. I'll never forget Ethan Lewis Port came in there. Tom Slick, that's the last time I seen him. He was in there. I told each and last one of them, y'all can't even get a fair one in here, man. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. I remember one time I was in there, man, the dude from Cabbage Patch Pyru was in there. I met one of my little homies. They pressing him. My little homie say, better be glad you ain't from West Side. I had to get my little homie game on Game Bang. I say, hang on. All Pyrus was front hood, and he's saying about what particular one he from. That's how these youngsters game bang today. Game banging got boundaries now. If your hood been beef with a certain hood, that's who you go with. All Damus was Keyway's enemies, and all Keyways was Damus enemies, right? They say it's a difference between Damus, Bloods, and Pyrus. To me, all Bloods is Bloods, right? But that's just the difference. It's not, in my era, we didn't have the brick babies, the 600s, the Snoopy badass dudes. We didn't have them type of dudes in my era. And we had them. Trust and believe me, they wasn't doing a whole lot of talking. They wasn't doing a whole lot of talking. We was shutting that shit down. In my era, man, you never heard a dude put it on the hood or the dead homies. Never heard that. I was one of them Keyways that still, when I wrote letters and spelled words, if it was a K behind the C, I still put that K behind it. Man, if I wrote back, I spelled back the way it's supposed to be spelled. I didn't gang bang based on somebody else's definition of banging. I gang bang based on how gang banging supposed to have been. All Bloods wasn't my enemies when I first started gang banging, because I still had childhood friends from West Side Pyru, from 40 Pyrus from Billings, and they still was my friends regardless of what hood they was from. I don't own this. I don't own no concrete, man, and I truly regret ever rushing a brother behind color rags we represented in our life. Because Crip ain't never did nothing for me, man, but send me to a funeral, send me to prison. We're misrepresenting ourselves when we join gangs and want to kill another brother. I don't care what nobody say. Now, I'm a non-active gang member. I love being from front here. But we misrepresent ourselves when we want to kill another black man based on the color bandana he carry in his pocket or what concrete he don't own. Because don't none of us own this. Gang banging leads to three things: death, the penitentiary, or you're going to get paralyzed. And that's the only place Christian Bloods can get along at. It's in the cemetery. We can't get along nowhere else. So y'all know what I'm about to say. It's time for us to change all that. That way of thinking is twisted thinking. That's some sick-minded ass thinking when we want to kill ourselves based on the color of a bandana or some concrete we ain't gonna never own in our life. We know how to embrace everybody except embracing ourselves. I used to trip on how Keyways and Damus wouldn't want to set you up in the pen. But you in the LA County Jail, y'all be sellers. You understand what I'm saying? We got to change that concept, man. It's time for black men to grow up and become men and stop being boys. It's time for us to start loving and respecting each other. Because we don't, man, we're going to be ass out. The black man is about to be extinct. It ain't a black male shortage. It's a black man shortage. If you're a gang member in your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s, and you got kids, you giving your hood 100% and you giving them less, you're a deadbeat daddy. If you ain't taking care of your kids because they mama don't want you, you just ain't worth having. But your kids are. You're a deadbeat daddy. Black mans need to step to the plate. We got to become more responsible, be better role models in our community. We're here to save our community. Ain't nobody else gonna save it. Ain't nobody else gonna protect it but us. If you don't want to protect your community, climb back up under the rock you come from. I love my community. When I say my community, I ain't just talking about front hood. I'm talking about wherever black folks reside. That's my community, man. I just love being black. And we must demand respect on our blackness, and we got to start respecting our blackness. We're not respected because we don't respect each other. Why we get mad at everybody else that want to disrespect us and we disrespecting ourselves? Why we get mad because people explore our blackness and our culture when we exploiting it too. Look at No Jumper, man. Look what's going on at No Jumper. We never went to supporting of one another. Stop pointing the finger at the dumbass white boy Adam and point the finger at the brothers on the show. Those are the cause of the problems. We got one of the biggest big mouth brothers on No Jumper that instigate manipulating me. I ain't gonna even say his name because I know y'all know who I'm talking about. He manipulate more problems from afar than anywhere. Any crazy, everybody want to try to expose rats, but tell me what neighborhood ain't got a rat? So while they trying to expose some other person, expose the rats from your neighborhood. Don't try to expose somebody else. Then you dudes jump on the bandwagon, trying to go against your homies, looking at some fake paperwork. Stop calling people rats if you ain't for show. If I call a person a rat and Damu call that dude a rat too, Damu just as guilty as me. You can't see, he can't go say, oh man, Bam said that. No, you said it too. Be careful what comes out your mouth. We must start doing better as black men. Women need us. We need them. Dudes go big on the women because they want to fuck with other motherfuckers. Maybe if we start conducting ourselves like responsible black men, the black women won't run to another race. And brothers that go outside of the race, you ain't getting the top of the litter of them women. You getting the bottom of the litter. I want the top of the litter, black woman. I got me a phenomenal black woman. I come from a phenomenal black woman, so I don't love nothing but a black woman. I'm not a racist. I just love being who I am. Rats exposing rats. Say it again, story time. That's exactly what they're doing. We got to start doing better as black men. Because it's on us to protect and serve our community. We the ones must do better. It's on us to raise our kids. Gang banging is a choice. But don't leave that only choice on the table for our kids to become that. Obama told these black kids that they can become presidents. So why we can't have another president, another black president? Let's make it better for the future of the kids, man, because that's what matters today. Be more responsible. Become a better motherfucking role model in your child life. I'm trying to be a positive example today in my little cousins and great nieces and nephews' life, man. I don't want them to know about me being in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I got to get ready for work, y'all. We $20 short, man. Hit the cash app, man. $20 short. And somebody bought me lunch today. Cash app right there. $ Big Band 131. Look out for your boy. We $20 short on the Unity Walk. $ Big Band 131. Ain't nobody told you they love you, man. As always, OGBAMM love you, and I'm gonna stay bringing you content. I'm about to do something with the young brother K9. I like him. And K9 gonna make something happen. Wisdom giving from the OG. Thank you, JC. Support the channel, man. $20 short for the Unity Walk. Somebody, thank you, Alicia. Somebody hit the cash out. And somebody look out for their boy for lunch. I got to get ready to go through this 8 today. Till then, man, we're gonna keep doing what we do. We're going to continue loving each other. We're going to continue trying to win. We're going to continue trying to build. We're going to continue sending respect and love towards each other. Again, we short $20 on the Unity Walk. $ Big Band 131. You see the cash app up here. Till then, peace, OGBAMM. Love you. Somebody bless the boy with a lunch. Thank you. I got 5 on it. Thank you, Damu. Y'all look out, man. Look out. Peace.